You know them quizzes they sometimes have in pubs?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in one?
No, not much chance of that. No, I've been to a couple, though.
Yeah?
Biggest surprise of my life.
Why?
Knowledge of folk taking part. They put them, you see, on telly to shame, most of them. Get some right brain boxes in there.
Suppose you must too.
You weren't thinking of having one in here, were you? Eh? Oh, can you imagine? Only thing they get right will be their names, and then if you don't rehearse them.
Right, I've done.
Done what?
Everything. The cleaning. Oh, and before you say out, you might have noticed I didn't have a tea break.
I made you a cup of tea myself.
Ah, but I didn't stop to drink it, did I? I kept on the go. You see, I wanted to finish a bit early, because I'm doing a special favour for Dr. and Mrs. Lowther.
You're donating your body to medical science.
No.
You do right to refuse.
What favour is this, then?
Don't ask. Go on then, off you get, Hilda.
Well, I've got a minute. I don't mind telling you about it.
Yeah, well, I don't mind listening.
Well, Dr. and Mrs. Lowther, you know, that I do for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're going down to London to this posh hotel for some do or other. Only they don't like leaving the house, you see, because of all the break-ins there's been round there.
So they're taking it with them?
No, but they want to know that there's somebody responsible and trustworthy on the premises. So they've asked me if I'll stay there overnight.
What if there's a break-in whilst you're there? What are you supposed to do about it?
Split it 50-50, won't you, Hilda?
Oh, no, there's no danger of that. Not as long as they can see the place is inhabited. You know, there's lights on and such like. Well, I regard it as an honour to have been asked. Just shows the trust they have in me, doesn't it?
Oh, aye.
Well, have a nice time, Hilda.
Oh, I intend to. Like as not, it'll be the nearest I'll get to a holiday this year.
Yes.
Looking for Miss Lynch, if she's about.
Oh, aye, she's about. Who shall I say wants her?
Cliff Farmer.
Visitor for Miss Lynch.
Morning.
Morning.
Did you not ask what it were about?
Well, I didn't like to.
Mr. Farmer, is it?
Yeah. Cliff.
No, Bet.
No, I mean...
Cliff's your name.
Right. I'm with the brewery, Newton and Ridley.
Fancy. So am I.
Yeah. Only I'm in the PR department.
See what, love?
Public relations.
Ah, well, so am I, in a way.
Well, look, the reason I'm here now, I'm in charge of our brainiest pub competition. In fact, it's been my baby from the very beginning, really. So I thought I'd better pop round, introduce myself, make sure you know what's what, and, nothing wrong, is there?
No.
Only Mrs. Rigby at the White Swan said you'd be very keen on entering a team.
Yes, well, we are.
Blimey, all right.
Pardon, Wilfred.
Didn't say a word.
Good, good. Because, you see, you've been very lucky. We just had this one vacancy left after the brown cow had pulled out, so quick as a flash, I penciled you in.
My word, we have been lucky.
Now, I don't know who you'll be drawn against yet, but here's a copy of the rules and regulations, and I generally like to have a word with the team captain. Is he about?
No, not at... Oh, I tell a lie, there he is, large as life. Ken, love.
Yeah.
You know what we were saying about the quiz?
Quiz?
That's right. This is Cliff Farmer, the man who's organising it. This is Ken Barlow, BA, MA, IMF, TCP, you name it. Though he tends to be a bit forgetful at times, don't you, Ken?
Obviously, yeah.
Pleased to meet you, Ken.
Howdy do.
Let me just give you one of these, if I may. Picked your team yet?
No.
No. Well, you'll see your questions are on sport, books, science, current affairs, history, and general knowledge. 6 headings. And you'll have 4 team members. So what you want to be looking for is a spread of interests, so you've got every subject covered. You with me?
Oh, he's with you, love, yes.
Great. Well, look, I've got to get moving. But it's nice to have met you, and don't forget, any problems, just give me a shout.
Oh, he will do.
Oh, and the best of luck.
Oh, yeah, we're going to need it.
Now, what is all this?
Ken, you are marvellous. Did anybody ever tell you that?
I think I did, once.
I still don't know what I've done.
You've just saved the reputation of this pub. That's what you've just done.
Well, some sort of quiz, is it?
Brainiest pub competition. So all you need now are 3 others as keen as what you are, and you've cracked.
Bye.
Excuse me, Bet, have you got any better arrows than these?
What do you want, love? Radar control, laser guided, or what?
No, just ones that'll stick in the board.
Oh, well, you should have said.
It's all because she doesn't want to lose face in front of this Stella Rigby and her cronies.
All right.
Yeah, but she's going to lose a lot more than face. She's going to lose lock, stock and barrel.
Who's going to be in this team, anyway?
Now, their love lies as only hope.
Eh?
We can't raise one.
Yeah, well, sure, but I mean, can you think of anybody?
I thought of you.
Yes.
But there must be 3 other intelligent, well-informed folk that come into this pub, mustn't there? Occasionally?
Well, yes, but I just don't have time to go looking for them.
Look no further. Hello, Mike.
Hello, darling. Large scotch, please.
Certainly. And Ken has a question he wants to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to raise a team to compete in an inter-pub quiz competition. Would you be interested in being in it?
No, but I'd be willing to back the opposition if anyone's giving any odds.
You do that, and I'll pour this straight down your tie. £1.14.
There you are, my love. Can I have 2 pints when you've got a minute, please, Bet?
Yes, love.
You're trying to raise a team from here.
Yeah, well, it seems somebody has to, and I've been landed.
You deserve a medal. Listen, I thought you was getting the drinks in.
I am. Hey, hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you'd been served.
No, you're keen on science, aren't you?
Well, I'm into astronomy mainly, but my nuclear physics is a bit rusty.
Yeah, well, how would you like to be in an inter-pub quiz competition representing the Rovers?
Well, I've heard of people scraping the bottom of the barrel before, but I've never actually seen it being done.
Well, yeah, I don't mind.
Great. Here you are, the second team member.
Curly?
Right.
Good lad. All you've got to do now is eat a lot of fish and start watching Channel 4.
I think he won't. You put at least always that big about the. Yeah,
Not a lot doing yet, is there?
I'm so scared to come in case they get recruited into this quiz team.
Now, Wilf, it's not like you to be sarky.
Look, I just hope you realise what you've let us all in for.
What I have let us in for is a night of intellectual stimulation. Something we don't get a right lot of round here.
Have you ever stopped to wonder why?
Look at this lad, Wilf. Evolution's masterpiece. 75% brain tissue. Speak to me, Curly.
Can I have 3 packets of pork scratchings, please?
You will be delighted to know that we are now officially one of the 12 entries in the Brainiest Pub competition.
We'll get slaughtered. Anyway, we haven't got a team, have we?
Well, we've got half a one. We've got Ken Barlow and Curly Watts. We'll soon rope in another 2.
They'll have to be mugs.
Well, that puts you well in the running, doesn't it? You know all about sport. You're in.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not making a mug of myself. You can ask till you're blue in the face.
I can what? Ask? Didn't anybody ever tell you, Sunshine? Bosses don't ask, they tell. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm telling you. You're on the team. Ask. Whatever will they come out with next?
Like Brian Tilsley.
How do you mean?
What's his work like, you know? Does he do a good job?
He's a good mechanic, yeah. Kevies and all. Why are you thinking of using him?
Well, what with him being neighbours, you know. Take the old jalopy in tomorrow for a service. Charges a bit over the top, though, doesn't he? You know, I mean, he's not that well equipped.
Well, give him time and he will be. And somebody's got to pay for it and all.
Yeah, muggins.
Yeah.
Right, I'll have a pint, since you're asking. Hey, and your girlfriend's back.
Which one?
Which one, he says. Hilda, you're always sloping off down there. I wouldn't bother, though, because her posh boyfriend's just brought her home.
Do come in, Doctor.
No, I'll see you in store, but I won't stay.
Oh. Now, are you sure you wouldn't like a cup of tea? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. It looks as though you've had some rather unpleasant visitors. Now, just sit down. Come on, sit down. And we'll take this step by step.
Oh, I don't want to do something like that.
Yes, they forced the kitchen window. Now, look, can you find out what's missing? And I'll just check upstairs.
Oh, be careful, Doctor. They might still be here.
Don't worry. No. Nothing seems to be wrong up there. I don't think they've been upstairs.
Taking all the money out my gas and electric tins. It's about £8.50 in. Oh, dear.
Look, this is for looking after our house and a little extra to cover your loss.
Oh, no, Doctor.
I insist. You were guarding our premises when you should have been looking after your own. Now, why don't you go and make that cup of tea and I'll help you tidy this lot up.
Oh, no, Doctor. I can't have...
Tea. Oh, dear.
Good evening, Mr. Farmer.
Good evening, Miss Lynch. I trust I find you well.
Couldn't be sweeter. Is that more wallpaper you've got for us?
Yeah, just 1 or 2 posters. What do you think? Oh, and there's a silver cup for the winners, by the way, inscribed with the name of the team.
Hey, when you get to him, don't let him kid you. His first name is Norman.
Oh, shut up, you. How's it going? Very well, thanks. Very well indeed.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Barlow, hello again. Oh, look, there's some fair opposition lined up against you. Doctors, teachers, a solicitor even.
Punks, that lot. We've got a cellarman, a paper girl, and a dustbin man on our side.
No wrong with selling me.
That a good hiding wouldn't cure.
Ha ha.
That's the spirit. Have a bit of fun. That's what we want.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too sure about Mavis, though, Miss Riley.
Poor Mavis. She's going round muttering to herself, I'm afraid. I asked her the right time this dinner. Frightened her to death.
Hey, you wouldn't believe it, would you? Hilda's been burgled.
You're kidding? When were this?
Well, she just got back from those people she works for. That doctor told me he's just leaving. They got in. Apparently the house has been turned upside down. I wonder whether to knock, but you don't know what to do for best, do you? I mean, she might think I'm nosy.
I'll go.
And I was my favourite intellectual.
Don't mention it. Don't even hint at it.
Thought you were talking to me.
Wilf, love. Intellectual you may be. My favourite you definitely not. Your pleasure.
Please, bet.
How are you looking forward to the quiz, then?
With trepidation and a certain amount of, I should say, dismay.
Who won the Lincoln in 1954 and with what rider?
Thanks, Will. You made me feel a lot better.
Hey, I know you, don't tell me.
Mr. Farmer.
Oh, girl.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Everything under control?
Apart from the time.
So, how are we looking forward to the quiz? Quietly confident?
Quietly desperate between you and me.
Nil desperandum. Like to know who you're up against?
Well, go on. Not that it makes much difference.
I want a word with you.
Yeah.
First, who said brewery employees can't be in team? And second, who tipped you that I was? It's a flaming liberty. I know more than the rest of them put together, more than you like as not. How many times have there been more than 5 goals scored in the cup final, eh?
You have met Wilfred, have you?
What's the current state of play between Oxford and Cambridge in the boat race?
Wilfred is a valued member of my staff, who generally has better things to do than shout at brewery representatives.
Who lost at the 1959 cup final?
Luton Town.
Eh?
Wilfred?
Yeah?
On your bicycle?
Still a flaming liberty.
I'm afraid we can't have anyone connected with the brewery in the team. It could seem unfair.
Oh, I'm with you. So, who are we up against?
The White Swan.
White Swan.
Paul and Stella Rigby's place. Do you know them?
I've met Stella.
Roll on 3 club.
Guess who we've drawn in the pub quiz?
Who?
White Swan.
That's Stella Rigby.
I know it is.
You'll be wanting to beat her, won't you?
Well, no more than anybody else.
Come on. You know you'd be mad as blazes if their lot won. She went round the town crowing about it like she would do.
Well, no. I wouldn't like us to lose to Stella Rigby and her lot. No way. So we'd better win, haven't we? Did you hear that, Kenneth?
Sorry, what?
What are you having for your tea?
Chocolate thing.
Swap it for fish.
Don't look now, love. You've got a visitor.
Stella, love. How are you? What a nice surprise.
I was just driving past and I thought I'll pop in and see Bet. See what she thinks about being drawn against us in the quiz.
We're over the moon, aren't we, Elizabeth? What fun. That's what we said, weren't it?
Oh, yes, that's what we said. What fun.
It's hardly fair, though, is it?
Fair?
Well, you making your debut in the competition up against us, one of the founder members. We've been doing it for years, very successfully. As my husband said, we should be handicapped.
Oh, well, we'll not be stale, shall we?
Let me get your drinky, Stella.
Oh, I'll have a quick whiskey with you. Malt. You see, our trouble at the Swan is choosing just 4 people to make up the team because there's so much competition, so much talent.
Well, of course, we had the same trouble here, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, there's all that rivalry between Percy and Wilf.
Oh, yes, there was.
What sort of people are they, your team? I mean, what do they do for a living? I know Ken runs the recorder, but what about the others?
Well, actually, one is a retired army man, Mr. Sugden.
And then there's Mr. Watts, he's an astrologer.
Astronomer.
Right.
Really?
And last but not least...
Mavis, Miss Riley.
She's a...
Bibliophile.
That's it.
Fancy.
So, as you can see, we're a mixed bunch.
What do your lot do for a living?
Oh, much the same as yours, I suppose, a mixed bunch. There's a doctor, well, a consultant, actually, a teacher, or should I say lecturer, a solicitor, and, of course, Henry. He's a a chemist. We call him the professor. They're all very bright.
We seem to be Evenly matched, don't we?
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Well, may the best team win.
As long as it's the Rovers, I bet.
Yes. Making a good job of it, Hilda?
Don't I always?
Of course you do, Chuck. Well, won't be long now before we're rubbing their noses in it.
You reckon?
They've got no chance, Hilda, that lot from the White Swan. I mean, A, they're thick, and B, we're brilliant.
You think so, do you?
Ken Barlow is a professor, isn't he?
He works for a tuppence halfpenny newspaper.
He's been to university, Hilda. That's like living in a library.
Yeah, well, Curly Watts hasn't been to university. Neither has Mavis Riley. As for Percy Sugden, he's not even semi-educated.
Are you trying to undermine my confidence, Hilda? If Stella Rigby and Erlot lick us tonight, she'll be ringing me up every day to snigger.
Yeah, well, you can always hope they all turn up blind drunk.
You know I'm drinking orange juice, don't you?
You're into your second childhood.
No, and a clear head for the night, don't I?
Of course you do, Percy. Clear and sharp as a toothpick.
Oh, don't you worry me, army training will see to that. Quick in thought and deed, that's me. You know, I was that fast with the rifle and bayonet, all you could see was a flash of steel.
I thought you were a kook.
I was.
Oh.
I've got a question for you, Percy.
Fire away.
What was the name of the ship in the mystery of the Marie Celeste?
That was the ship they found floating with all the crew missing and the remainder of a meal and all that.
Yeah.
Now, let's see, what was his name? It was on the tip of my tongue. The ship in the mystery of the... The catch question, very comical. I'd spotted it, you know. I just thought I'd go along with it for the fun. Oh, dear, dear.
Oh, my God.
Look, give him the elbow and put me back in the team.
You're not eligible working here.
Well, I've changed my name. I'll disguise myself.
Oh, shut up, Wilf. There's a good lad. We're stuck with what we've got.
Not a bad crowd in there already.
That's the idea, isn't it, to sell more ale?
There's the cultural aspect, Bet.
You mean the brewery's trying to prove that booze doesn't rot the brain?
Don't be a cynic.
Ah.
The opposition. Stella, my love. Welcome to the Hall of Learning and Light.
He surely can't mean the Rovers' return, can he, Bet?
And this will be your first team, is it?
The professionals, as we call them in the Swan. This is Maggie Butterworth, our captain, a teacher with an answer for everything. Isn't that right, Maggie? Bill Harper, a doctor. Some people think he's got extrasensory perception, you know. Bruce MacDonald, a solicitor with a photographic memory. And last but not least, Henry Richards. Henry's idea of a book at bedtime is a Chinese dictionary. I think I told you before, we call him the Professor.
And this, everybody, is our hostess for the evening, Bentley.
Hello.
Mavis, are you all right? That's not a quiz team, it's a brains trust.
You're just trying to psych us out, just trying to make us feel inferior.
Mavis does feel inferior, don't you?
No, I don't. I could do with you being a bit more supportive.
Sorry.
All fighting fit, are we, and raring to go? I know I am. Where's young Watts? Good question.
He's not turned up yet.
Typical, isn't it, eh? Punctuality went out with the advent of the electric guitar, if you ask me, along with a lot of other things.
Percy,
What?
that's the opposition.
Look, a right scruffy lot, don't they?
Oh, they're all professional people, apparently.
Well, that just means they can pass exams. It won't be very quick on the uptake. Well, they don't look very professional to me.
They'll all be intellectual lefties.
What am I doing? I haven't introduced you to the Rovers team.
Oh, no thanks. We don't fraternize. We're not friends tonight. We're deadly enemies, eh, Bet?
Oh, and we haven't got a timekeeper yet.
Oh, I'll do that.
Why you? I mean, if you don't mind me asking.
Because I dare say I'm the only one who's remembered to bring a stopwatch.
What? Yeah.
Isn't it time we were starting?
Right.
Ken? Yes? If you're ready. We're ready. Right, come on, team. Let's get in there. Do the best we
Ken?
can.
Where's Curly?
Oh, he's probably got his telescope stuck up his nose or something.
It's still me, isn't there?
Go on, smile a lot. They'll probably not recognise you.
Am I in time?
Just, where have you been? Get yourself in there.
The car only packed up on us, didn't it? I've had to run from the Riverside estate.
You only got the car today.
I know that.
Oh, sorry, Will.
I could have been the Ian Rush of that team.
All square then. At the end of the first round at 8 points each. It's got the makings of a really great contest, this. Don't you agree, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go then with the second round, and it's the White Swan to start. First question. How many colours are there in the rainbow?
7. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Correct. Which Hollywood film star captained England at cricket?
C. Aubrey Smith.
Correct. What do the letters FM stand for on a radio wave band?
frequency modulation.
Right again. How many rings has Saturn?
2.
Wrong. Offer it to the rovers.
3.
Correct. And that's a bonus point to the rovers.
Nice one, Curly Love.
Right, rovers. Here we go. Your turn in the second round. First question. How much champagne is there in a Magnum?
2 bottles.
Correct. What is the new name of the river Congo?
The Zaire.
Correct. Who was the first ever Test cricketer to score centuries in his first 3 Tests?
Dennis Compton.
No. Some Indian bloke. He's only just done it.
Tell it your hand.
No, he's West Indian. He's
7 seconds.
Think.
8.
Of course, yeah, Azarudin.
Correct. Just in time. Right, and your last question of this round, rovers. In Greek mythology, who killed Hector?
Now's your chance, Percy.
Hector.
Oh, come on. Put your brains to steep, Ken.
Got it, Achilles.
Correct! And at the end of that round, the scores are White Swan 14 points, Rovers 17!
Mavis, you're a proper little Einstein.
Yeah, you're very clever and all, though.
Hey, we're winning.
It's early days yet. Percy hasn't answered one question so far.
And your last question of the contest, Swan. Who invented the spinning jenny?
Hargreaves.
Correct! And that's a total of 46 points!
Well done, team. A winning total. Give them a hand.
Oh! Get stuck in, Rovers.
Right, Rovers. Just 8 points to win. Can you do it?
Of course they can. There, do it easy.
Which says they don't.
Traitor.
Right, here we go with the first question. What is the capital of Peru?
Lima.
Correct.
Oh, very good.
Who wrote, "They're changing the guard at Buckingham Palace. Christopher Robin went down with Alice"?
No, it's...
Tell Mavis is thinking. Look at her. Either that, she wants to leave the room.
8.
Of course, A.A. Mills.
Oh, thanks, Stella.
Well done, Mavis.
Right, third question. How far away from the Earth is the Sun?
93 is the right answer. Right. 93 million miles.
Correct.
Rock on, Curly.
The scores now are White Swan 46 points, Rovers 45 points. So this last question will be the decider. Are you ready, Rovers? The $64,000 question coming up. Who scored a hat-trick for England in the 1966 World Cup?
Bobby Charlton.
No, it's Jeff Hurst.
I follow football. I've done all my life. It was Bobby Charlton.
Time's pressing, Rovers.
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton.
Wrong. Offer it to the Swan. No.
Jeff Hurst.
Correct. And that's it, folks. The Swan wins 47 points to 45. Congratulations.
A good try, Bet. But there really wasn't any doubt, was there? What do they say? Quality can.
There'll be a drink waiting for you in the bar.
That was Percy's fault. You gave the wrong answer to that question.
Of course it was flipping Percy's fault.
Tart, you know money's been raining down on me today. Come on, lovey, I'll buy you that drink.
Yeah, and all of it's blood money. Oh, it's a pity, that, because Mavis was really brilliant.
So was your Ken. I don't know why they ever had Percy Sugden in the team. I could have done better.
Shall we have a drink?
Yeah, come on.
Have I got Bobby Charlton in my mind? I'll never know. Of course it was Jeff Hurst. I can see him now, pipping them in. Yeah, I really am sorry. I really am.
Hard luck, Mr. Sutton.